your inner explorer and capture the wild wonders of wildlife with wildlife cameras. With the camera, you'll be able to discover more about your environments and local ecology. And remember, anyone can do this regardless of age, prior experience, gender, or technical ability.
In this short video, we're going to show you how to use this camera, where to set it up, and what settings you can choose. The first step in setting up your camera is going to be choosing your location. And so there's several locations that can be productive for wildlife activity. If it's wintertime, you can simply walk around the woods and look for tracks in the snow. But if it's not wintertime, you often have to look for more packed down areas with worn in trails. And so some of these areas could be brook crossings or fields, hilltops, and other areas that wildlife frequent. The next step to setting up your camera is finding a tree to put it on. And so if we're going to imagine that this is a wildlife trail here, we're going to want to look for a tall tree that's relatively straight, and we're going to wrap our strap around. And so I'm going to choose this tree right here, and so we're going to come over here. We're going to orient the camera upwards with the solar panel facing up, and we're going to wrap the strap around the tree, and you're going to want to slide the strap through the buckle right through this opening here, and then you're going to want to pull that tag end tight and latch the buckle. So after you get your camera mounted to the tree, you want to make sure it's facing where you intend to capture your wildlife. And so what I like to do is I like to walk over to the trail or the wildlife crossing that I'm looking at, and I will look directly into the camera lens and determine if it's facing me. And so sometimes you can have it pointing too much to the left, too much to the right. It can also be too high, too low, or angled. And so first you want to determine that. And so when I was back there looking at the camera, I noticed that it was facing too much to the right. And so I will adjust it this way. And then if my camera is angled too far up or too far down, depending on your tree, I'll take a stick and I'll place it under the tree and I'll further tighten the strap. And so you can also do this if the camera is angled downwards as well, by putting it up top and again pulling that strap tight. In addition to the camera, you will also be supplied with this Python cable lock and this padlock. And so when you're setting up the camera, what you want to do with the Python lock is you want to first unwrap it, and then we will take the end of the Python lock here and insert it through this hole in the back of the camera, and then we will again wrap it around the tree just like our tree strap. And so then you want to look at the locking mechanism here, and you want to flip it over to the side with the arrow, and then you will insert the tag end of the Python lock in the direction that the arrow goes, like this. And then again, you will pull tight just like the tree strap. Once you get your camera strapped to the tree, you're going to want to adjust the settings depending on your location. And so what you'll do is you'll slide this red switch to the setup position, which is halfway on, and you will see the welcome screen. Then you will press this button up here twice to navigate to the settings screen. And so here we have our settings. So the first one here is camera mode, and to expand that, you'll press the OK button. And here you will get to choose from photo or video. And so this is primarily personal preference, whether or not you want to watch wildlife behavior and activity, you want to choose video. Or if you simply want to see pictures of wildlife, you can just select the photo option. And so after you select these, then we press OK, and then we navigate to the next one. This one is photo resolution, and so this is primarily if you have it on photo mode. So you will again hit the OK button, and it will give you a large selection of different resolutions. And what these really mean is it's just how clear your picture will be. And you want to keep in mind that higher resolutions will take up more space on your SD card. And so we recommend around 16 megapixels up here. And so you will navigate up there using this arrow, and then you'll select the OK button down here. Next, we will go to multi-shot. And what that is if you put it on photo mode, you can either choose 1, 2, or 3 photo bursts. And so if an animal walks by, it will either trigger 1, 2, or 3 photos. We generally recommend 1 photo unless you want to have more photos to go through. Next, you go down to video resolution here. Again, hitting the down arrow and pressing OK. And these will be how good of a resolution your video is. And so we recommend around 1080 pixels, because once you go higher than that, some computers will have issues with reading the file format. So then you'll press OK. Again, scroll down, we'll go to video length, press OK. We recommend around a 15-second video, because that will give you enough time to watch what is happening while not taking up too much space on your card. Next, you go to audio recording. We recommend turning that on just in case the animals are doing something fun. You'll be able to hear what kind of noises they're making. Then you go down here, you can go to PIR interval, and this just indicates how long of a time period in between photos and videos the camera will wait till it takes the next one. So we recommend the lowest one at 5 seconds here. Next, we'll go into side sensors. We recommend turning those on. That will just increase the area that the camera is able to sense wildlife. You go to sensitivity here. We recommend a medium or high, depending on how many branches are in the area. We would generally want medium, but if there's a high amount of branches, we might want to go low. And if you are targeting smaller wildlife, you might want to go with the high setting. So finally, we'll go down here to time and date, and you'll want to double check this before you put your camera out. So you'll go to set time and date, press OK, and then here it'll have your year, and so you can press up or down to select the proper year. Press OK, that will navigate you to your month. You'll press up and down to go to the proper one, press OK, and then again for a day, and then you press OK again. You'll go down to time. You can set your time. That'll be hours, press OK. It'll go to minutes, select your minutes, and then press OK. All right, so after you have your settings set on the camera, you're gonna want to slide the switch here to the on position, and then you will close the camera and snap both latches until you hear them click into place, and that will prevent water from going into your camera. Next, you will take the supplied padlock and loop it through the camera right here, and then you will push it shut. Then, before you walk away from your camera, you're going to want to wrap the tag ends of your Python lock around the tree and secure them, as well as the tag end of your strap. That way, when your camera is armed, it will not take pictures of the tag ends flapping in the wind like this.
Before you leave your camera, if you're worried that you might forget where you placed it or it's in a large area, you can always go on Google or Apple Maps on your phone and drop a pin like so. If you want to check the status of your camera after like a week or two, make sure that you bring your key with you to unlock this lock. And then undo these buckles. And if you want to view the pictures and videos that you captured on site, you just slide this to setup. And it will take a few seconds to turn on. And then just click this button once and it will go to the pictures and videos that the camera has recorded. To look through them, you use these up and down arrows. And if there's a video and you want to play it, you just press this OK button and the video will play.
So if you have viewed your pictures on site and there's no wildlife activity, or it's at the end of your rental period, what you're going to want to do is turn the camera off, and then you will shut it and buckle it again. You're going to want to remove this Python lock here, and so you want to insert your key over here, turn, and that will release tension on the cable, and you can pull it out the opposite direction of the arrow. Then you will pull it out from the camera here. Next, you will unbuckle your tree strap, pull it out of the buckle, and take it off of the tree. Then we would recommend to make carrying easier, you just wrap it around the camera as such and tuck it in.
If you've enjoyed this experience and found some interesting animals and want to contribute to science,
We recommend that you fill out our library survey, which can give important data to New Hampshire's scientists.
the QR code will be linked right here.